for our Oscar party, we are having a food competition. The food competition is going to be called Oscar Bites. Friends will be bringing dishes, Oscar-worthy dishes. All of those dishes will be set side by side with a voting box in front of them. And when you find the recipes or the food that you like the best, they will just drop these little awards into the box in front of that food. So today I am working on the boxes that will be placed at each of the entries. I have grabbed smaller size boxes that can be used for the voting purposes, and I have just taken them apart. And the reason I've taken them apart is because I want the inside and the outside painted in black. So let's just get that taken care of with a few of these. So I have grabbed a paintbrush, a paper towel, and although I have a surface that's easy to clean, I am still going to use just a piece of paper to work on. I've grabbed my FolkArt matte in a black, and I'm just going to paint all of these boxes. So let's get started just getting these to the inside. I'm going to do the inside first. Now, I'm not too worried about the inside, but I just did not want it to be that stark white color against the black and golds that you normally see with the Oscars. So I'm going to let these dry for probably 15 or 20 minutes, and then I will start painting the side that you will actually see. Grab one of these other ones that's been drying for a few minutes, and now I'm just going to paint the other side. For this one, I'm actually, because of the way the process works, I'm just going to paint over this gold section just so it doesn't bleed through. So that's all I need to do on that one. Put it to the side to dry. And this one, I'm going to have to pretty much paint the entire thing. It's just a coat so that my background is dark and I don't have this color coming through for the next step of this process. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to tone down that brightness is all. So I am just actually doing one coat on here, and we're not going to worry about it anymore. Put this to the side to dry. All right, so our paint has dried on these for the most part. Let's see. Put those right there. We're going to start with this one. And I have just got a glue gun to work with and a couple of extra glue sticks. And we are basically going to make squiggly lines all over this box, or at least the outside. We're not worried about the inside. We're just worried about anything that you will be able to see once this box is folded back up. So that's basically this area, and all through there. And all I'm doing is just making some squiggly lines with my glue gun. Just going to change the side right here. and making, you know, just a design of sorts. So we're going to start another glue stick. I'm going to put this one to the side just to dry for a minute. Let's get the other two. I'm going to need more than this, but this is a good start. Need some more glue sticks. So let's grab a little more. That's probably good. I think this is going to be on the outside, so let's go ahead and do something here. All right, maybe a little dot right there, just to. All right, so let's let this one dry. 1, 2, and we're going to do one more for this video, for the sake of this video. And I think that this is going to be the outside. So, and just do your design so you're happy with it. Again, you know, the example that I saw was actually was treasure books. So she was actually making a book using this method. So now I am just going to clean some of these random glue strings that are on here, at least what I can get easily. Next, we are going to take Mod Podge. I'm using ModPodge Matte. For this process, I am using paper towels, and I really only need one. These are 2-ply paper towels, so I'm just going to pull those apart, and I'll just be using one of the plies for this process. Now, I did take one of those and cut it smaller because I only need to cover the areas with the glue. So we're just going to, with the hot glue, get in here and press this in. We want to bring that shape, those shapes through that we created earlier with our hot glue gun. So I am just going to keep doing this. We will come back in a minute for the next steps. But all you're going to do, putting your Mod Podge down, or you know, whatever glue that you are using. I'm just a Mod Podge. I use a lot of Mod Podge, so I usually don't keep other glues that are similar to Mod Podge, like Elmer's and things like that, in my inventory. Just be easy. You don't want to rip your paper, and it depends on what kind of paper you're using on how easy it might actually rip. There we go. Oh, the glue has dried. I'm just removing the excess paper towel or tissue if you're using tissue for this project, like gift wrap tissue, or you could probably use regular. I've got a cold tissue. That's what you have on hand. And the way that we are doing this is basically I am just putting a little bit of water on a paintbrush. Whoops, see how absorbent that is? And wetting the edges just so that the tissue or the paper towel lets go easily for that process. There we go. That to come off. Here we go. We'll do this to all of the boxes. And then I can move to next steps. There we go. So now that that's done, I am just going to give this paper towel a moment to dry. Then we will come back in with our black paint, and we're going to put another coat of black paint over this tissue and where the tissue meets the box. So this matte black is pretty thick, as you can see, and it's not going to take much to paint this paper towel. So I am just going to thin it down with just a little bit of water and paint the tissue. I just want to do this once. I'm just making sure that I really get good coverage and that I cover all these little white spots. Depending on the color scheme you're using, it may not be as difficult to get those covered because, you know, you could be using more pastel colors or something like that. But the black and this white are just contrast so much. It just takes a little patience to make sure everything is covered well. All right, so there we are. Just taking a look, make sure that I don't have any white spots that I need to address. And I think it looks pretty good. So I am just going to lay this back and let all of these dry, and then we can move on. Basically, what we're going to do is use this Martha Stewart metallic gold to highlight all of the ridges from the hot glue. So let's just do that and see what kind of look we get. I just have a little bit on my finger, and I am just lightly rubbing it over the rough surface to get this look. So I don't know. I think it's Oscar worthy. Do you think this is Oscar worthy? I think it'll be so neat for our voting boxes. Just finding all those little ridges and bumps that we created earlier with our hot glue gun, and also the tissue, the paper towel itself is adding a nice look. What do you think? Do you like that? You know, and you could do any colors. I just happen to need black and gold for the Oscars. I love it. I love it. I think this would be a really great, if you were wanting to do, if you were doing a really special gift and you wanted the presentation to be just as nice as what was inside. I think that this would be such a great presentation. Let's get out a hot glue gun and finish these last steps. So now we are just putting these boxes back together for our voting. So let's just figure out how these go together. This should be pretty easy. Start here, and we will just use our hot glue gun to this back together. Oh, I am gonna just to give it a little more oomph. Let's just do that. And so we're just gonna finish putting those together. Right, set that. Also, oh, and how cute is that? That one is really cute. I really like that one. So we've got 3 that we will be using for our voting. And I think they are all really cute. So yeah, what would you use these for? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this project today. And I would love for you to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you decide to try this project at home, I would love it if you would share what you do with me on my Instagram or on my Facebook page. But in the meantime, also go check out Treasure Books, which is where the idea originated. And yeah, so get out there, create something fun, make it yours, and just enjoy the process. Bye.